Let me read the question now. Two groups of workers went to take a drink at a shop. The first group of workers, which consists of 10 persons, ordered 5 cups of coffee, 2 cups of Milo and 3 cups of orange juice with a total payment of 23 ringgit 60 cent. The second group of workers, which consists of 6 persons, ordered 3 cups of coffee, a cup of Milo and 2 glasses of orange juice with a total payment 14 ringgit 20 cent. The sum of prices of a cup of coffee and 3 glasses of orange juice is the same as the price of 4 cups of Milo. If the price of a cup of coffee, a cup of Milo and a glass of orange juice are X ringgit, Y ringgit and Z ringgit respectively, form 3 simultaneous linear equations to represent the given situation and determine the price of each cup or glass of drinks. Okay, I hope by end of this question you guys are not thirsty, okay, because I'm telling all these drinks name. Okay, so this is the overall question. I know it is a very long statement, but you can expect your HOTS question to come up something like this. Okay, this is literally the consider a difficult level, guys. Okay, you should familiarize yourself by reading the long question in order for you to get rid of the fear. Okay, so if this type of question you literally fear of, no worries, I'm going to guide you on how to solve this type of questions. So without further ado, let us start to solve the question. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is try to gather the important information. Okay, the important information that I want to emphasize here is the price of a cup of coffee, a cup of Milo and a glass of orange juice. Okay, in this case, for our simplification, we can just say coffee, Milo and orange juice, easier for us to say. Okay, in this case, our coffee we can represent as X, Milo we can represent as Y, and orange juice we can represent as Z. So it is easy. This information is very obvious. Okay, so you write that down in your working. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to take the information from the question and put down in the working. Okay, so from here, your X variable is representing coffee. Okay, your Y is representing as Milo. Okay, by the way, I do like coffee and Milo. Okay, just wanted to let you guys know. So what drink do you like? Just tell me down in the comment section. Okay, and Z is representing the orange juice. Okay, so from here Z you can write here as orange juice. Okay, so this information is the obvious one. Okay, so if I were you in the exam time, what I would do is I would underline the informations. Okay, so you can just underline the coffee and X, and then you compare the Milo with Y, and then you compare the orange juice with the Z. So it is easier for you to see, and then you write down in the working here. Okay, this is the obvious information. Okay, next, what you need to do is gather down the statement. Okay, the first important statement is the, okay, they mentioned two groups here. Okay, take a look at the first group. Okay, the first group of workers, which consists of 10 persons, ordered 5 cups of coffee, 2 cups of Milo and 3 cups of orange juice. Okay, and then with a total payment of 23 ringgit 60 cent. Okay, if you take a look at this statement, you can literally form a first equation. Okay, so you highlight that. Okay, so I'm teaching you how to read the statement, guys. Okay, some of you guys, when you see the long sentence, you will be like panic. Okay, surrender, I'm not doing this question. Okay, don't be like that. Read the question and gather the information. Okay, this information that you're going to lead us to the formation of equation. So this is our first important information. Okay, next, the second group of workers, which consists of 6 persons, ordered 3 cups of coffee, a cup of Milo and 2 glasses of orange juice with a total payment of 14 ringgit 20 cent. Okay, you can start to highlight from 6 person until 14 ringgit 20 cent. Okay, so this will be your second information, which will lead us to the second equation, of course. Okay, However, we are dealing with the 3 variables, so you need 3 equation. So you must be expecting the third information, right? Okay, so find for the third information, which we get it over here, where the sum of prices of a cup of coffee and 3 glasses of orange juice is the same as the price of 4 cups of Milo. Sound confusing? Okay, no problem. We can denote that in our working. Okay, so from here, let me mark from here until the Milo. So this will be your third information, which will lead you to the third equation. Okay, so from here, let us begin with the first information. The first group of workers, which consists of 10%. Okay, so the 10% order 5 cups of coffee. Coffee representing x variable, so it will be 5x. So your first equation will be 5x. Okay, and then followed by 2 cups of Milo and 3 cups of orange juice. That means you will have 2y plus with 3z. Okay, so 5x plus with 2y plus with 3z. Okay, you plus all of them, you should be getting 23 ringgit 60 cent. Okay, sorry, that was a sound just now. Okay, I was distracted by the sound. Okay, no problem, we can proceed to our question. So this will be your first equation. Okay, the labeling we can do it later on. For now, we will focus on the gathering the information and convert into the equation form. Okay, so that is the first equation over here. Okay, for the second one, 6 persons ordered 3 cups of coffee. So 3 cups of coffee in this case is 3x. Okay, and then you plus with a cup of Milo. A cup of Milo means y. Okay, in this case. Okay, and then you plus with 2 glasses of orange juice. Okay, 2 glasses of orange juice is 2z. Okay, so you plus all of them. Okay, the sum of payment is 14 ringgit 20 cent. Okay, so you just write here 14.20. Okay, so this is your second information. I hope you guys are clear about this. Let us go for the third and the final information. The sum of prices of a cup of coffee. Okay, you see here coffee. Okay, just write your x. Okay. Okay. A cup of coffee and 3 glasses of orange juice. Orange juice is z. So from here x plus with 3z. Okay. The sum of prices of a cup of coffee and 3 glasses of orange juice is the same as the prices of 4 cups of Milo. So from here, x plus with 3z is equals to 4y. Since in this case, 4 cups of Milo, Milo is representing the y variable, so it will be 4y. Okay, but then you can't just leave it your equation in this way. You need to write down in the standard form, which is in the x, y, z form. Okay, so from here, this 4y from the right hand side, you move it over to the left hand side. Okay, so from here you get x minus 4y plus with 3z. Okay, it will be equals to 0. Okay, since there is no payment over here, it's just a comparison of variable, so it will be equal to 0. So from here we have already get our 3 equation. So this will be the first one. Okay, this will be the second one, and this will be the third one. Okay, let me do the labeling for the equation, so please hold on for a moment. Okay, most of the student struggles only for this part, the process of gathering the information and convert into the equation form. Okay, this is the purpose of HOTS question, guys. Okay, so once you pass through this step, the rest is the similar. Okay, I've discussed many examples regarding the system of equation. Okay, the trend is the same. Okay, once you get the information, you convert that into equation, the rest, the working is just similar. It will lead you to the solution. Okay, so from here, the step is by reducing from 3 variables into 2 variables. That will be our second step. Okay, so since you have x, y and z, we need to choose one variable to get eliminated. Okay, in this case we are choosing to eliminate the variable y. Okay, variable y is easier for us. Okay, so from here, okay, regardless of any variable you can choose, but in this case I'm choosing the variable y, okay, which is representing the Milo. Okay, so from here, reducing 3 variables to 2 variables. Okay, so from here, like I said, in the process of reducing from 3 variables to 2 variables, you need to perform for 2 times. Okay, that means 2 operations which involving 2 equation each. Okay, so from here we are going to start with the equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, in the process of reducing the 3 variables to 2 variable. Okay, so let me underline this. You know what, let me underline this as well. Okay, so from here, so you write down the equation, or you can just copy down. Okay, copy and paste the equation. Okay, so from here, since we wanted to eliminate the y variable, okay, so the equation 2 you can just times with 2. So it is easier for us to eliminate the y variable. Okay, so from here, so the first equation is still remain the same, which in this case is 5x plus 2y plus with 3z equals to 23 ringgit 60 cent. Okay, whereas for the second equation, okay, it will be 6x plus with 2y plus with 4z, okay, is equals to 28 ringgit 40 cent. Okay, so from here, this y variable, in order for you to get eliminated, so you need to minus these 2 equations respectively. Okay, once you minus these 2 equations, the y variable will get cancelled off, so it will become 0. Okay, so from here, let us start to solve the left hand side equations and then followed by the right hand side. Okay, so from here, 5x minus with 6x, so from here you get is negative x. Okay, 3z minus 4z, so from here you get is negative z. Okay, and then it is equals to, okay, we're done with the left hand side. Let us move on to the right hand side. 23 ringgit 60 cent minus with 28 ringgit 40 cent. Okay, you can just say it in terms of decimal also can, but I'm just saying in terms of the currency. Okay, so you minus them. So from here you get is negative 4 ringgit 80, or you can say negative 4.8, because you cannot have a negative currency, right? So you just tell it in terms of numerical form. So it will be negative 4.8. So this equation will be your fourth equation. Okay, so this will be your fourth equation, and let me box this fourth equation. So it is very important for us. Okay, so we need another reduction from 3 variables to 2 variables. Okay, we have already done with the 1 and 2. Okay, For the next one, we will proceed with the equation 2 and equation 3. Okay, in the process of reducing from 3 variables to 2 variables. Okay, so I hope you guys are clear about this. So let me just copy paste this. Okay, copy. But before that, okay, let me just write down the working here. So in this case, it will be 2 and 3. Okay, so let me underline this. Okay, and paste the equation over here. So this is the equation 2. Okay, and for the equation 3, okay, so from here, since we wanted to eliminate the y variable, okay, the equation 2, you can times the whole equation by 4. It is easier for us. You have 4, negative 4 here, you have y here, so it is easier for us to times the whole equation by 4 instead. Okay, so from here, let us continue. So you times the whole equation by 4. So from here, this equation, it will become 12x okay, and then minus with 12x plus with 4y, okay, and then plus with 8z, okay, it will be equals to 56 ringgit 80 cent. Okay, I was about to sneeze. Okay, thank God. Okay, so from here, this equation 3 still remains the same. It will be x minus 4y plus with 3z equals to 0. Okay, so in order to eliminate the y variable, you can just plus them together because you have plus and minus, right? So you can just add them together. Okay, so from here, the y variable will get cancelled off. Okay, you're only left with the x and z variable together with the number. So from here, 12x plus with x, so from here you get is 13x. 8z plus with 3z, you get is 11z. So 13x plus with 11z. Okay, so from here, it is equals to 56 ringgit 80 cent. Okay, so you plus with 0, the value is still the same. Okay, so from here you get 56 ringgit 80 cent. Okay, so this will be your fifth equation. So from here, let me box this. Okay, and you write this as the fifth equation. Okay, so from here, we have done with the step 2. Okay, our step 2 is by reducing from 3 variables to 2 variables. Okay, in this case, what you need to do is you need to choose either one variable for you to get eliminated. Okay, so in this case, we choose to eliminate the y variable and we undergo the reduction which by 2 operations. Okay, which undergoes the equation 1 and 2 followed by equation 2 and 3. So we're done with that. So once we're done with the second step, now we can proceed with the third step by reducing the 2 variables into one single variable with the equation 4 and 5 that we have find just now. Okay, so from here, reducing two variables into one variable. Okay, let me underline this. Okay, so from here, equation 4 and equation 5. So let me rewrite in the working here. So let negative x minus z equals to negative 4 ringgit, negative 4.80. Okay, and for here is 13x plus with 11z is equals to 56.80. 2.80. Okay, so let me double check. Okay, so this is your equation 4. This is your equation 5. Okay, so which variable you want to eliminate now? Okay, so in this case I choose to eliminate the z variable. Okay, z in this case is orange juice. Okay, I'm choose to eliminate the orange juice now. Okay, so in order to eliminate the z variable, okay, the equation 4 you times the whole equation by 11. Okay, so it will be easier for us to eliminate the z variable. Okay, so from here you times the whole equation by 11. So from here you get is negative 11x minus 11z. It is equals to negative 52 ringgit 80 cent. Okay, so this will be your new equation for the equation 4. So whereas for this still remains the same, 13x plus with 11z, okay, it is equals to 56 ringgit 80 cent. Okay, so in order to eliminate the z variable, so these two equations you need to plus them together, because minus and plus, so it will get cancelled off. So from here negative 11z positive 11z cancel off, it will become 0. Okay, so from here negative 11x plus with 13x, so you only left with 2x. Negative 52.80 plus with 56.80, you will get is 4. Okay, it's a nice number, 4. Okay, so 2x equals to 4. So from here you get your x equals to 2, or it is better for us to write in terms of currency, which in this case your x is 2 ringgit. Okay, so you have already got the first solution where the x is equals to 2 ringgit. Okay, so let me underline this. Okay, so we already got our first solution. So to find the next solution, so what we need to do is, using this x value, you can substitute into the equation 5 or equation 4. Any of the equation would do. Okay, okay, in this case, okay, we are choosing the equation 4 now. So from here, so let me write in the working here, when x equals to 2 ringgit. Okay, since I'm choosing the equation 4, so from here it will be negative x minus z is equals to negative 4.80. Okay, so since you get your x is equals to 2 ringgit, so you can just substitute this value into this equation. So from here it will be negative 2 minus z is equals to negative 4.80. Okay, so this negative 2 from the left hand side, you move it over to the right hand side. So from here, okay, you calculate, you get negative z is equals to negative 2.80. Okay, so from here you calculate, you get your z is equals to 2.80, or it is better for us to write in terms of currency, which in this case is 2 ringgit 80 cent. Okay, you know what, the z, let me write it properly. Okay, otherwise the student might confuse it as number 2. Okay, okay, sharp z. Okay, so from here let me underline the second solution. So once we get the x and z value, our final step is by finding the y value. So in order to find the y value, you can use the value that we have obtained for x and z and substitute into either this equation. You can substitute either in equation 1 or equation 2 or equation 3. It is up to you. Okay, so in this case, I'm deciding to substitute into the equation 3. Okay, so let me just copy. Wait on, guys. Let me just copy this equation. So from here, so to find y, okay, so let me just copy the equation here. So from here, x minus 4y plus 3z is equals to 0. Okay, the values that we obtained, the x and z, you substitute into the equation. So from here, 2 minus 4y plus with 3 times with 2.80, you get equals to 0. Okay, so from here, this 2 and 3 in a bracket, 2.80. Okay, you calculate this, 10.40. Okay, so 10.40 minus 4y is equals to 0. Okay, so from here, 4y will be equals to 10.40. Basically what I do, this negative 4y, I move it to the right hand side and then I shuffle the equation. Okay, so from here, 4y is equals to 10.40. So to find the y, what you do, 10.40, you divide with 4. So from here, you get your y is equals to 2.60, or it is better for us to write in terms of currency, which in this case is RM, 2 ringgit 60 cent. Okay, so this is your final answer. So let me underline the solution. Okay, so that is all for the step-by-step working and solution for this question. I hope you understand the full working that I've shown to you. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future, and not to forget to share this video. Thank you everyone for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.